My auditors found that the county executive and the sheriff, and to a limited degree, the county clerk, the district attorney, and the board of elections, as well as the county legislature, provide free parking to a select group of employees, while the overwhelming majority of downtown county employees who drive to work, like most taxpayers, pay to park. Overall, the report notes that the county executive controls almost all access to and from these parking spots. Unfortunately, the county executive and sheriff and their staff refused to cooperate with our auditors as we did this review and provide them the requested data and documents. As a result, we were forced to file Freedom of Information Law request with the New York State Department of Motor Vehicles in order to identify employees' vehicles and the unmarked county vehicles as to who was driving them or who actually owned the vehicles. This led to a several-month delay in the execution and completion of this report. In September of 2007, my office did an internal review and worked in conjunction with the Giambra administration, who did provide us this information, but the Collins administration and the sheriff refused to provide us this information. I now understand the reason why the county executive and the sheriff refused to provide us this information. They simply did not want the taxpayers of Erie County to know exactly how many of their political appointees and select employees receive the generous privilege of free parking in downtown Buffalo. In their end, their failure to cooperate resulted in my staff having to spend more time on obtaining this information and dealing with the staff of the New York State Department of Motor Vehicles, who had to take their time to research this information, information that could have easily been provided by the county executive like it had been previously provided by County Executive Giambra, thereby resulting in the end to additional costs to the taxpayers. We found that there are very limited or few internal controls with regards to how parking privileges are actually given in Erie County, other than receiving the permission from the county executive himself. However, we cannot definitively confirm that, as we were not provided the information nor any confirmation by the county executive and his staff. As in the past, the report notes that certain low-level ranking personnel, such as secretaries and clerks, receive parking privileges, while higher-level individuals do not, such as deputy commissioners. Many departments that had multiple parking spots in the past have now been reduced to 1 or 2, while others that have seen an increase with no real reason for the governmental purpose behind it, other than the political connections of the individuals who are receiving the parking privileges. This is another key finding, and one that I find a little disturbing. There is evidence of rampant abuse of what are so-called official placards that people put on cars to receive free parking in the downtown corridor. They're placing on their windshields while parking in no parking or official parking zones on Buffalo streets. My auditors observed many county employees using these placards, the source of which is unknown, to illegally park in downtown Buffalo and not receive parking tickets from the city of Buffalo parking enforcement staff. There appears to be no rules with regards to who receives these official placards and who is using them, nor any formal system to actually obtain them. As best as we can tell, and what we believe has happened on a number of occasions, an employee could create their own placard and put it on the car vehicle without having any official reason for doing so. There are clearly double standards for some involved in government, allowing them to violate the law. That is wrong. Government officials and their employees must adhere to the same laws that we are sworn to uphold. We are public servants. We are not above the law.